that's a close one. So today I will take you along this amazing snowboard ride in Méribel in France, and I end up on this chair in the middle of the city, which is very nice to be able to snowboard all the way down. So we start all the way up, and for this one we started just after 4, I think. We had a little drink and then we were able to go down, and as you will see, there's almost no one on the route, on the piste, except my friends who are going down together with me. The sun is almost setting, at least behind the mountains, which is truly amazing. And this is one of the best feelings you can have when you go snowboarding, is having a really long day of snowboarding with your friends, going to have a drink, and then going for the last run with some sun, with pretty good snow. So we were quite lucky, the snow was pretty nice. Obviously it is the end of the day, so the snow is not as flat as before, and we didn't have too much snow either, so it was not any deep snow or anything like that. But we did have a very nice route here with a tunnel like this one, which is always nice. It is quite slippery in here, so you always have to keep your board quite straight, and then you end up with this amazing view, which is so nice. And again, having no one around is always so peaceful. That's one of the reasons I love snowboarding and going in the mountains for the winter sport, let's say, because you are really very in a quiet area if there's no people around. A lot of the times, especially in France and Austria, very popular areas, you will have so many people that you forget sometimes a bit that you are really there in the middle of nowhere, and it's sometimes a bit creepy. I remember I took this route when my friends were already down. For some reason I was a bit behind, and especially if you don't really know where to go and where to end up, because Méribel and this area has a lot of different villages where you can go, so you have to really know the route or know how to read your map. Obviously in this case I already knew where I was more or less going, but still it's quite creepy to be alone in the mountains. If something goes wrong, you really have to call an ambulance, and there will be no one around to help you. So it is quite interesting to do this route, and it is very enjoyable for sure. So I continue here with the area where the sun has gone down, and here at the bottom there's a bit more trees, which is very nice obviously, and again there's no one here. So one of the most favorite areas for me to go snowboard is between those trees. Here the route is still quite wide, but if you go lower and lower you will see that you really get surrounded by trees, and that makes it really feel like you're part of nature, and that's so nice. And also here you will see that in a minute there are some people popping up out of nowhere, and even some people who are walking, because I think there's like a hotel quite high still on this route where people just go in and out of the hotel, and they think this is a route where you can just walk. So you will see here that I meet some new people which are coming from the hotel, which are going a bit slow. And here I almost run into these people because they almost pushed me into this mount or into this tree, and then there was also a person walking on the left, which was perfectly fine. So you have to take care of your speed and not go too fast, obviously, because it can always be dangerous, especially on these flat spots. You have to be careful. Also here you have to take a little corner, so always be careful if you come from behind. You have to give the priority to them if you're coming from behind, so that's very important. And here is the area where the trees get a bit closer to you, so it closes in a bit more, and those are the areas I really like, especially if you do your run back to the hotel and you have multiple little routes like this where you can go and feel like a, let's say, F1 race car where you have to take short corners. So that's always so nice to do. And the snow, I must say, was pretty good even at this low altitude. I think this would maybe be around 1500, 1800 if so. So I think it is even lower, especially when you will see at the end where I go to the little place where I just go have a seat. You will see there, obviously, where the parking is for the cars. You will see the snow is not as present, and the snow also, the quality gets way lower. You don't really see it here too much because the sun has set, but the quality of the snow is not as high as you would think maybe on this image. And again, these are two people I see along the way. And we did have a very nice hotel. I remember that it is quite good in the sense that we didn't pay too much, so it's always good to be in a bigger group. I think we were around 10 or 12 people, and then you can have each room, and you can also take advantage of probably like the spa area, this pool. We all had this kind of facility, and you can see here on the left there's also a small little elevator that takes you up from the hotel pretty much, so that's always nice that you just have to walk maybe 2 minutes with your board and get going. Obviously more expensive hotels will even go higher and allow you to almost jump in on the piste from your hotel balcony. I had this before, which is nice, obviously to have this kind of luxury. But here I finally end up at the beginning of our route, and this is also where there was no one. Obviously everyone already went home, is taking a shower or is getting some booze. So here we end up at the beginning really, and here it's nice, you can just go to the end, have a little seat on the bench, and you can see here even until here they put the snow, or probably manually put a bit of snow. So thank you so much for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye.